everyone, you're welcome to another edition of Reading Time with Toke. Thank you very much for always joining me on this reading adventure. Today, we're going to be reading the story of a little elephant. And the title of our story today is Dumbo. How many of you have seen the movie? Or if you've not seen it, maybe you can ask mommy or daddy if you can see the movie. But we're just going to read the story to you. Dumbo the elephant. Do you remember the sound that an elephant makes? An elephant trumpet. Good. So let's go ahead and read our story. Once upon a time, a ragged little circus rolled into a ragged little town. The circus folk unpacked their gear and got to work. Their cheerful racket echoed as the striped tents went up. You can see the striped tent here. And at the heart of the hubbub were a happy mama elephant and her brand new baby. You can see the mama elephant and you can see the baby elephant. Excuse me. But there was something unusual about this little one. The baby's big ears made it hard for him to see. The circus children, Millie and Joe, tried to teach him to blow his ears off his face. But the little elephant accidentally snorted a feather right into his trunk. Choo! Into the air he sailed, and for a moment it almost looked as though he were flying. But then, down to the ground he tumbled. Brrr. I'm sure when an elephant lands on the ground, you know he's the largest mammal on earth. Yeah, the largest of all mammals. And if he falls on the ground, boom, I'm sure everywhere will be shaking. Soon, the baby appeared in the circus for the very first time. Out he went with his giant ears eating. But a feather hat caught his eye, and choo! Everyone could see the little elephant's giant ears. Wow, the ears are so big, so enormous. Dumbo! Dumbo! The crowd shouted. They began to throw things at the poor little creature. Dumbo's mama rushed in to save her baby, and in all the panic, the circus tent fell down. The tent was ruined. The circus tents were ruined. The circus was nearly ruined, and Dumbo's mama was locked up. What a poor experience she had. The next day, Dumbo's mama was taken away from Dumbo. I'm sure Dumbo must be feeling very sad. let's discover what happened to him. But he wasn't all alone. That night, Millie and Joe came to visit him. It wasn't the same as having his mama, but it was good to have friends, especially friends who brought peanuts and feathers. Dumbo liked feathers quite a lot. And once again, Dumbo was flying, really and truly flying. Wow, what a good sight to behold. Finally, the circus was ready again. The tent was patched, the tiered benches were rebuilt, and Dumbo was about to make history. Maybe if he became a circus star, he could get his mama back. That was a good thinking for Dumbo. And I'm sure he will want to get his mommy back at all costs. Clutching his feather, Dumbo soared through the tent, and just like that, he was a star. Can you see Dumbo flying, or flying elephant? I've never seen a flying elephant before. I only saw it in this movie. Soon, Dumbo's ragged little circus was just as famous as he was. Everybody knew about them in a short while. Too famous for a ragged little town. At least, according to the big-time circus man, V.A. Van Der, before Dumbo and the children knew it, their ragged little circus had been bought by the big-time circus man, and they went off to New York, the dream land. The new tent was bigger, the new crowds were bigger, and the new city was much bigger. It made Dumbo feel even smaller. He gave a frightened little cry, and out in the night, someone heard that cry. Someone who recognized it. Someone who cried back, "Mama!" Dumbo's mama was also in the dreamland. That is, it was in New York. She was in New York and locked up tight. And yet, even through the thick bars, Dumbo felt a love warming him. There you can see Dumbo and his mama. Van Der refused to let Dumbo's mama go. He thought Dumbo was better off without a mama. But Dumbo didn't agree, and neither did the circus folk. The very next day, they staged a breakout. Let's see what is going to happen. Dumbo sailed through the sky. Wow. On the ground, his mama bumped along in a stolen truck. And soon, Dumbo and his mama were reunited. Dumbo's friend understood the circus was no place for elephants or any wild animals for that matter. Wild animals, they should live in the jungle. They feel freer and better there. They helped Dumbo and his mama find a new home in the jungle. And so at last, and for good, the very special elephant and his mama lived happily together and free. The end. And the story was written by Calliope Glass. From the story of Dumbo, we can see that even though the mama was taken away, Dumbo did all he could to make sure that he gets his mama back. And so in all you do, my dear friends, never give up. Keep trying, and I'm sure that you will become greater and everybody will come to your rising. Till I see you next time, it's a bye-bye from me.